Hello FlossTube, time for another monthly update. As you can see, we have a new dragon released. We have the November dragon, which is Topaz. I believe here in the UK it's also Topaz as well, so it makes a nice change for us to be once again matched up. In my case, yes, this dragon is used in the Celtic Druid calendar, but it's actually put in right box, second row, where those that do the monthly version of the birthstones would put either pearl or alexandrite for the US, pearl or moonstone for the UK, assuming they're going to switch out the alexandrite for our birthstone. So, and in my case, because it goes in there, it has a border row on it. But that's what it looks like properly close up. And it has all its name and everything for the calendar I'm doing. This is number 6 of 13. Although, obviously, because the sampler is 12 boxes, it will be 6 of 12. But yeah, that's halfway through the calendar in my case. I think it looks really good as well, and I like how the dragon's balancing the topaz on its head. According to the creator Brittany Church, the serpentine dragon resembles a Harry Potter one, and the only thing I can think of from Harry Potter it could resemble, because I've only seen the films, is that basilisk from the second film, I believe it is. So I'm guessing that's what she's referring to. Could be something else. Could be one of the dragons from, I think it's not Order of the Phoenix. Goblet of Fire, the one where they do that tournament. I've hardly watched the films. Mum's got them all on DVD, and she does tend to have them on often, but I've only watched each one a few times. So, I'm afraid I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Just not my interest. I attempted to read the books, but brain wouldn't even register past most of the first chapter in the first book. So, but anyway, speaking of the dragons, my progress of the monthly sampler. Stomach, shut up. I know it's lunchtime, but I'm busy. Here is my progress on the monthly sampler, and as you can see, second row, third box, the Topaz Dragon. I have started it. And the middle box, the second row, is the Moonstone Dragon. Completed. So, yeah. That middle dragon is the UK/Celtic counterpart of the USA's Alexandrite, Alexandrite Moonstone. Alexandrite Birthstone. Moonstone is the equivalent of Birthstone. Both countries have pearl. One has Moonstone, one has Alexandrite. There you go. I eventually got it right. And as such, so far, on my case, we have rock crystal, otherwise known as clear quartz, peridot, coral, ruby, moonstone, and now doing topaz. When it came to my last video, I actually mentioned about getting flosses. I think I actually showed them off, and thus hopefully be able to finish the border. I believe one of the colours I did get is the correct colour, but I just haven't sorted it out yet. I'm thinking of leaving the border till later on, because after this one I still have diamond. Trying to remember what the order they're in. The diamond on the left. Alright, diamond, carnelian, and amethyst. It's the third row. Carnelian's red. It's like different shades of reds and different shades of oranges. So it's like a sort of it's a lot like ruby actually. This dragon. It's like that, except it's orangey red. So yeah. If anything, it does remind me of that. You know, Ruby is a salamander-esque, and Carnelian is actually more of a sort of firebird type. If those that know what like firebird pictures look like, it's yeah. It was originally the Peridot Dragon. If you're doing it by month, it's the Peridot Dragon. But all mine got obviously switched around with the colours, and dragons themselves got switched around, colours got switched around, so. And that's just because of the birthstones I'm doing. But it should look alright in the end, and I'm actually thinking, because it's only 12 spaces, but there's 13 birthstones for the calendar I'm doing, the emerald one I'm thinking of doing as a separate little picture. For those that are born September 2nd to September 29th, that is their birthstone. But as such, it's also the 13th dragon. That's what increases the stones to 13. Blimmin' awkward. You guys are blimmin' awkward. Mine is the Peridot stone because that one runs out on my birthday. Yeah. So, mine's just January to February. So, in terms of the next thing, is purchases. And the purchase made, yes I know, this is a rare occurrence actually, 2 months in a row where there's been purchases. You know, you get a lot of FlossTubers, they do like the progress on what they've done, and then whatever they bought and whatever else. Whereas normally with my videos they aren't very long because I don't have purchases. It's rare because I don't have the cash to purchase anything. To put it bluntly, I don't have the money to do so. So it's use what I've got and make do with what I've got. You know, when I do get purchases, it's normally just Ada and flosses. The actual purchase itself is the bottom of these magazines. It was my stepfather that purchased it, but because it's cross-stitch, I'm showing it. But I won't show it until I show off something else. Now, when watching other people do FlossTube videos, be it themselves or folks that they're subscribed to, they always mention the World of Cross-Stitching magazine, I believe it is. You know, I think there's some other cross-stitch magazines to get, but I'm sure some folk mention the World of Cross-Stitch. Or Cross-Stitching magazine. Yeah, you can tell them. Don't use magazines very much. Actually, these things have sat in the drawer, I keep my magazines and comics in for, I don't know how long. That's how much I use magazines. But to start off with, before my stepdad bought me one a couple of days ago, I only had 3 magazines from this series. We have from 2001, Christmas issue, number 51. Yeah. So for those that do get this magazine, this might be a little trip down memory road. And I did actually attempt to do that picture. I don't know if I actually finished it. I might have. No, I might have finished it. I can't remember. And I'm guessing it's like 2003 to 2005 time. We have issue 195. Again, Christmas themed. Apparently, most of the magazines we have are Christmas themed. And then we have well, I'll show the bit underneath it in a minute. I think this again is 2005-ish. It must be because that's 195. And this is issue 200. According to the numbers somewhere. Yeah, issue 200. It's written on the barcode bit. So yeah. And that's obviously not a Christmassy themed one. I'm guessing that's about May, June time. It doesn't have months or anything on it. It just doesn't even have years on it. Just issue number. And with that came a 4-sampler little mini book. And one thing I like about this magazine compared to one that we used to get, well, I say used to get, we got like a year's worth of it, you know, like each month, is these are all displayed symbol on colour. Whereas, in terms of the other magazine, Kos-Stitcher magazine I believe it's called, it's all just symbols, which my brain does not register. It's like blooming, it's like the Harry Potter books, it's just like, what am I looking at? So, yeah. But obviously, that's those 3 old ones out the way. The main event, in terms of the magazines, I'm guessing Christmas issue. It has a number, 262. So that's 51, 195, 200, and 262. That's how much I used Kos-Stitch magazines. One thing I noticed when scooting through them was 51 cost £2.99. 195 was £4.99. And when I was looking at the back issue section, 194 was £3. So basically, 195 is when they bumped the price up again, and this one still costs the same price as 195. So they've kept it. Still not cheap, but then again, could easily complain about the price of it. But considering how many patterns you're getting for that price, and like if you're to buy a lot of those as like separate kits, it would be a lot more money. I suppose it's worth it. Not to mention we're trying to get like freebies and that, which I've got sitting at the side there. I'll show you in a second. But it's got some nice small versions. And what the heck is that that's falling out? Garbage from the looks of it. Save 45% plus Stitchy bundle when you subscribe to World of Kos-Stitching. Okay. Celebrating 20 years of stitching inspirations. 20 today. Yes. Stitchy bundle worth £52. You can either subscribe online, by phone, or by post. Free post apparently. 1 month only. Subscription order form. So excited to celebrate our 20th birthday this year. Hard to believe the years have flown by, so to mark this milestone we're excited to offer you the chance to subscribe today and receive the same Stitchy bundle we offered all the way back in our first ever issue. Worth a huge £52, you'll receive everything you need to get started on your stitching projects. Plus, you'll be paying just £35.88 every 13 issues. It's the same. I'm guessing that's like 12 months plus a Christmas special. So I'm not used to all these things. It's the same price as in 1997. I wasn't even cross-stitching back in 1997. I started cross-stitching in summer of 1998. So this magazine's been going longer than that.